Hi there, welcome back to Sip, Spill, and Solve, where two girlfriends, one bottle, and zero qualifications are doing this, but somehow we keep getting invited back into your earbuds.
And this week's lineup is wild. First up, the man who got so drunk he literally joined his search party looking for himself.
And for our Uncorked Mysteries, we're taking a darker turn with the unsolved mystery murder of Ivan Darling, a cold case out of Gettysburg that has haunted investigators for decades.
All right, it is time for Cocktail Confessions. I'm Kiki.
And I'm Jeannie.
And we're talking all things alcoholic.
Oh, yes, like we usually do.
As we are wont to do. And this time I'm doing a cocktail. It's our farewell to fall cocktail.
Yes.
I should say not farewell to fall. I'm sorry. It is farewell to summer. We haven't even been really drinking.
No, we haven't. Nothing.
So we have no
water.
So this is a farewell to summer.
Yes.
And the cocktail is called the Bee's Knees.
Yes. It's very good.
Oh,
very. And
so
easy.
It was easy. Like it was so easy that you thought there's no way that this can taste good.
No.
You know?
Right.
So, anyway, and it comes to us from my friend Kim.
Yay. Thank you, Kim. One of our top listeners.
Yeah, she's one of our top listeners. She's the one who bought the lovely, allegedly t-shirt in Heather Mauve.
Yes.
And she looks so good in it.
Yes.
It's such a nice fit for her. She just looks, it's good.
Good.
So that's going to be my next color.
Okay. I think I'm going to get that color too, because I got we'll call it oatmeal, I believe it is, which is very nice sweatshirt. Yes. So don't forget our merchandise.
Don't we digress. But anyway, back to the Bee's Knees.
Yes.
So Kim sent me this and she did not really have a confession. I can't believe, well, see, here's the thing.
Oh no. He said, here's the thing.
All of her confessions that would be like true confessions involved me. Do you ever have that friend that you just get into so much trouble with?
Yeah.
That's Kim and I. Like, we share a brain.
Okay.
And when that brain is together, it's very scary. Yeah.
Especially when it's been drinking.
Yes. Yeah. So but maybe I'll share a confession later on.
Yes.
But I can't right now because it would involve me and it would implicate me.
Can I ask how long have you and Kim been friends?
Oh, goodness gracious. Since our kids were like little.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, our kids grew up together. Okay. Yep, we started working together and then we just became really good friends. Yeah, it was just great. She's one of my faves.
Oh, good.
So let me tell you a little bit about the Bee's Knees, because I'd heard of it, but I've never really had it before. Mm-hmm. So it's the Bee's Knees. It's a Prohibition era cocktail featuring gin, lemon juice, and honey. So the unique name is a convention of time. The phrase Bee's Knees was popular slang used to call something excellent or outstanding. Do you remember that? Like in The Great Gatsby, right? It was the Bee's Knees.
Yes. That's true.
Yes. It's something excellent or outstanding. So, and the drink is credited to Frank Meyer, an Austrian-born bartender who plied his trade at the Hotel Ritz Paris during the 1920s. So it's a simple extension of the classic gin sour, gin, lemon, and sugar that features honey instead of sugar.
Okay.
Yeah. So the honey creates a richer drink, and it may have been employed to mask the taste of the subpar gin at the time, which was prevalent because of Prohibition.
Yeah.
So anyway, using today's gin, you can make it a lot of different ways with, like a botanical gin or, lavender gin.
Oh,
like all that fun stuff. So anyway, let's see, how did I make this? I made like a honey syrup.
Yes, she did.
So it was like 2 ounces of gin, 3/4 ounces of lemon juice, freshly squeezed, 1/2 ounce of honey syrup. Yeah. And then you garnish with the lemon twist. The honey syrup, now I did use some sugar with the honey. So no, I did not. Never mind. I lied. It was honey and water.
So how did you make the honey syrup again?
I just did like say a tea, depending how much you're going to make.
Right.
Like you can make like a stash of it. But I think I just did like maybe 1/2 cup of honey and 1/2 cup of water.
Okay.
And then you just melt that in the pan till it's just, dissolved.
Because it's good.
And then I just put it in a container and then, pull out as much as you want.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's delish.
With our nice
anthropology cocktail glass
that you got when you were in Pittsburgh.
Yes, I did with Kim.
Yeah, that's right. Kim was the one that was. Thank you, Kim, for everything.
Yeah, so we'll put that recipe up on our Facebook page, and please join our Facebook page. I feel like we haven't gotten any new likes on that in a while.
I know. Yeah, it has been, and even just like whether you like this cocktail or not.
Yes,
and I would actually make this anytime. It's just very good. Very good.
Different variations I think you could do. And share with your friends, and comment for us. You know what I mean? Like when we're asking from our last episode, do you think Garth Brooks is a serial killer?
Yes.
Nobody answered. What is wrong with you people?
Come on, unless you all think he is.
Your silence as silent agreement. You're just afraid that Garth's going to sue you. That's what it is. All right, so dumb criminal.
Yes.
That's the wine, what the hell? Take it away, Jean.
Okay, this one I just couldn't stop laughing at. I mean, because, okay, this guy from Turkey, it's I'm going to butcher it. Ingol?
It is, no, wait, hold on one second. It was, yes.
Ingol, Turkey.
Yes.
And
Inigor.
Okay.
I don't know.
Anyway, over in Turkey.
Over in Turkey somewhere.
But this was good. It was a 50-year-old, so it wasn't even a young kid Anyway, so him and his friends went out drinking and for the night, and he wandered into the forest, and he didn't come home. His friend.
Okay, can you just say, obviously he hasn't watched like all the murder mystery shows that we watch, because even drunk, I would not wander in the forest.
No. No. And then, so he saw his friends could not find him.
Right.
And so they did a search party.
Right.
Now, this is the funny part, is he joined the search party.
He saw the group and he had no idea that he was the missing person, right?
Right.
Only realized it when they started shouting his name.
Yeah. And that's when I guess we cannot make this stuff up.
No. It's like, I drink wine and lose my phone. This guy drinks and he loses himself. Anyway. I guess that makes me feel I'm not as bad as some other people when they're drunk.
Right. No. And I'll let you know if we form a search party.
But you just text me.
Yeah. Just text you. But I know for a fact you or I would not be wandering into the woods. We may be in our bed sleeping.
Or I may be on your bed sleeping, or your sofa sleeping. I'm not going to be in the woods.
No.
I've watched too much Dateline for that.
And we've investigated too many crimes.
Yes. People are silly. You see these things and you're thinking,
why? Why are you going by yourself?
And then to the woods, and it just makes no sense.
No.
Anyway, so that's our funny story.
Yes.
That's our dumb criminal. That's pretty dumb. So now on to Uncorked Mysteries.
Yes. From 1986, it happened on Christmas Day, which was a while ago. A 70-year-old man named Ivan Darling was found stabbed to death in his home.
Now, he was actually 79.
Oh, was it 79?
Yes. No. He had it written down.
Okay.
Because I had just listened to that recently. Because I thought, that's young.
Yeah,
heading right 60s, 70s now, young.
Yeah.
And so he was 79. So he was not a spring chicken.
No.
But it doesn't matter. He was still found stabbed to death in his home.
Which is off York Street, correct?
It's on York Street.
On York Street.
It is on York Street, yes. In Gettysburg.
And it happened in, again, 1986 on Christmas Day, they discovered his body.
Yeah.
And this was a podcast we listened to besides some newspaper articles, but the family couldn't get in touch with him. They were coming to spend Christmas Day with him. Mm-hmm. His stepson and step-granddaughter, grandson too, just their family. Yeah. And so they were coming to take him out to dinner at the Holiday Inn or something for a Christmas. Yeah. And they couldn't get in touch with him. Mm-hmm. And so then they went they called the neighbor.
Yes.
And the neighbor went over and discovered him.
And evidently he had been murdered several days before.
Yes.
Yeah. So this was before, Ivan didn't have a cell phone. I don't think any of us really had cell phones in 86.
No.
And they were having a hard time reaching him, but that wasn't unusual because they said that he didn't always answer his phone. Mm-hmm. I think, and that he was, he would go out, in and out, that type of thing. So, back in the day, still, they were concerned that they couldn't get a hold of him, but I guess it wasn't unusual.
Right.
So, yeah.
So then I guess the neighbor then called the family and said, you better come up here. And then the police were called. And
yes. And it was, there's, no sign of forced entry.
No. But back then they're saying that remember back then the doors are kept unlocked.
Yes, that's true.
And
yes,
I think he kept his doors sometimes unlocked, but everyone pretty much did.
It wasn't
in the Gettysburg area.
Yeah, he felt safe.
Yeah.
Safe and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, and he was retired. So it wasn't, he was retired and he was living off fixed income. I think he was saving his money to buy his wife who had passed away a tombstone.
Yes. Yeah, he'd been married. They've been married. I can't remember, but
it was a long.
It was a long time, and she had a stroke, I believe it was.
Yes.
Yeah. And so then that left her in a nursing home.
Yes.
So I think he would go visit her every day, just like that sweet story.
Yeah,
it just makes you it's sickening, as to why, and because the stabbing, is personal.
Yes.
Like if you're gonna kill somebody in a robbery, usually it would be like a gun or something like that.
Yeah,
I can't imagine. Stabbing.
No.
Someone just grosses me out.
Right.
I just can't imagine it.
No. And then some things were taken from the house.
Yes, but the police were not disclosing what they were.
Yeah, which
is interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah, and he had been robbed before.
Yes, just a few months prior.
Yeah,
right.
Or was it a year?
Was it?
It might have been a year.
Yeah.
He was robbed, and I guess some coins, like some Civil War coins,
yes,
and some papers were taken. But this man wasn't rich, you know, so there was no reason, unless he had something super collectible that nobody really realized was collectible. But this person who broke in before saw it and knew that it was.
Yeah,
you got to wonder about that.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Mm-hmm. Or was it somebody that he knew somehow? He had started dating again.
He did.
Yeah. And he was seeing, I couldn't find any information on, I tried to dig on who it was and, whether, she had children or anything like that could have been antagonistic towards him or was she legit, or was she like a money digger and she thought he had money, and I don't know.
I know. The funny thing is that she was supposed to have like a lunch date with him.
Yes, that's right.
And he never showed up for it.
Yep.
And she never went to check, supposedly, or never went to the police, even contacted the stepson.
Which that's weird.
To me, that's strange.
Yeah, I think so
that
too.
sends red flags.
Yes, especially if he's an older gentleman. It sounds like he was very fastidious and that he would have not been late or would have called her if he wasn't going to come. So in my gut, I feel, you know how I am with my gut.
Yes.
I feel like it has something to do with this woman he was dating, but we don't know,
No. And I think the Gettysburg police are still calling this active.
They reopened the case. It went cold for decades.
Yes, of course.
Then they reopened it in 2022.
Wow.
With new forensic testing, investigators hopeful the DNA advancements may bring answers.
That'll be good. And then he was seen a few days before the timeline at lunch, wasn't he, with a couple that
that didn't recognize,
that people like the waitress did not recognize. It was a local place that he frequented, and she did not recognize the couple, which to me again is odd. Where's this couple? Was it the girlfriend? But it didn't sound like it.
It sounded like it was a younger couple.
Yeah.
I think from what I remember. But I think that, it's like the police have something. There's stuff that when I listened to the podcast that the granddaughter was actually on, and we will link that in the show notes.
Yeah, very good.
That, they were devastated by this because when they came on Christmas Day, they had wonderful memories of their grandfather, and then, to have it, it was smelled very bad. Like the windows were all open just to try to let the smell out. And the poor granddaughter said that she can still kind of like smell that to this day. It just like really, really traumatized. Of course it would, but I don't think that the kids actually saw him, but the kids were teenagers. So it wasn't like they were little kids. So they were very well aware, like, how do you live with that your life, knowing that your grandfather was murdered? Like that would just be a dark cloud over your life.
Actually, any day but on Christmas Day. And especially with all the things they're saying is like his one grandson was doing the Campbell soup, collecting soup.
Yes.
You know, here Ivan didn't have much money, but he ate.
Copious amounts of Campbell
so
soup.
much amount of Campbell soup just to provide those labels for his grandson. And his grandson, I guess, won one of the prizes.
Yeah, he was like one of the top contributors.
And then, like, the stepson had asked Ivan if he wanted him to pay for the tombstone, and Ivan said, "No, I want to pay for it." So, to me, what I'm picturing is a very gentle soul. Like, who had enemy? He wouldn't have had enemies.
No, kind of slight. So he wasn't a big man, that type of thing. So easily overpowered.
Yeah,
I'm sure. So it's just, it's one would be lovely to be able to solve it just for the grandkids, because I do believe the son and his wife are already passed on, if I'm not mistaken. And so it's just like, it would be nice to be able to bring some closure to these kids to just know, like, I would just want to know why.
Why? And another thing too is, didn't they have papers that were discovered in the house that belonged to another, like, stepson or something? He was in the CIA?
Yes. And I'm not sure. I'm not clear on which child that was.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was another. Was there another?
I think there was another stepson.
Yeah.
He said.
So like, what if it was a family?
Yeah.
Because that makes more sense to me in a way, because it's personal. Stabbing is personal.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
But if he's in the CIA, you would think, like, he would be above that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, okay. So this is just like a side offshoot, but because of where Gettysburg is, like, we're not that far from DC, not that far from Camp David and all these things. So there's a lot of CIA operatives that live in this area.
Yes.
But people don't really think about that.
Right.
So I know that my ex-husband, when he was doing insurance, insured this older woman who lived, like, back in York Springs. Like, she lived on the farm, and her husband had passed away.
Yeah.
And he was evidently very high in the CIA, but nobody knew what he did. Right. But she had, like, the CIA taking care of her almost for the rest of her life, like, bought her a dog. Well, there's a lot in this area. So what if Ivan was CIA?
Yeah. No, he could have been.
Seriously.
He could have been, especially in 1986. Really didn't know.
You're undercover.
Yes. And I know even in this neighborhood too, because a lot of retirees, same thing, NIH, CIA.
Right.
So
all the secrets we could find out.
I know.
Block parties here.
The thing is they never talk.
I know. I would be afraid to open my mouth. That's why they wouldn't hire me, because I'm a blabbermouth.
But it is all in this area.
Yes.
You're right. I mean, a lot of retired government officials are come to this area.
Exactly. So it's like a bedroom community.
Yeah.
In a sense. It's not beyond reasonable doubt that it could have been something government related, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But I'm just saying.
Yes.
So that's the thing. There's some things the police have not been very forthcoming with, evidently. So that always tends to make me suspicious.
Me too. And why aren't they saying what exactly was taken?
Right.
Or putting up pictures and things.
Right.
It's to me almost like the police have ideas or
of who it is and
why.
Yeah. Why? But this is how many years later?
Oh my God.
The person's going to be dead by the time we figure that, I just want closure for these poor grandkids.
Same.
And that's my thing. So, I mean, Gettysburg's already spooky with, battlefield ghosts, but this one's different. This is somebody's grandfather.
And nice to meet, gentle soul, like I said.
Yes. So the house was finally sold. I forgot what year it was, but I wouldn't want to live.
No, well, and the granddaughter who did the podcast said that her father would not sell the house while he was alive.
Oh, okay.
He just could not.
Yeah,
which is, again, that affected, just a lot.
Of course. And so, I think if we can put pressure on anybody, and with our little podcast, that would be
local.
So if you have any insight into this, like, I know this was how many years ago, maybe something is triggered in your mind. I don't know. I play, trivia. And every once in a while, like, a question will come up and I just know it. And I don't know how I know it. It's random knowledge, but maybe that's something too. Maybe, like, it You know something,
Yes.
but you don't know until we say,
That's so true. Yes.
let's talk about this case,
Yeah.
So,
that is very good.
anyway, so we'll put I'll put the Gettysburg Police phone number, and I'll put the reference that podcast.
That would be great.
You guys can listen, because it's very fast. It's just fascinating.
Yeah.
So, and if we can help somehow solve, we would love it.
Yeah. Especially since they reopened in 2022. So
yeah, it's not that far. I mean, it's still an open case right now. So, and with the, the advancements in science, if they have DNA, which I do believe they have, what if it's DNA of a CIA official and they can't?
Maybe that's why they're not saying anything.
I don't know. Us deep dive. So, anyway.
So from a drunk man who lost himself in the forest to a man who lost his life in a crime and still waiting for justice. Tonight's been a ride.
It has been a ride. So pour one out, stay suspicious, and don't get the Burg-e-ler'd.